Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, Books, Girls, and Perth. My name is Leslie, and today we're going to react to an interview with a cast of Interview the Vampire on Den of Geeks. I did want to have this out by this weekend, and it didn't happen. So here we are. I'm hoping for more interviews because, I'm feeling this drought of not having the show on. We're just all patiently waiting for season 3, but also I think we have like 6 days and the first season of Interview the Vampire is going to be available on Netflix, so I definitely look forward to that. Okay, this is good. The other one, oh yeah, this is better. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to claw my way into season 3.
She doesn't need the claw.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Den of Geeks Studio at San Diego Comic-Con. We are here with the lovely and polite folks behind Interview with the Vampire on AMC. And they're already rejecting this politeness.
Shut up.
I know. Yeah. Asshole. All right, well, you're going to feel like real dicks now because my first question for you is a highly, highly technical one that is going to really test your resolve. And it is, for all of you, why is this show so fucking good?
Actors and
Writing.
and Mara Lapierre Schloop and Daniel Hart.
And great directors as well.
Oh my God, Levin and Emma and
I think also one thing that we talk about, which I don't think we've ever said it in an interview before, so this is probably the right time to say it, is that the show is also made by a lot of obsessive people. Everyone is very, very obsessively, compulsively driven to do the best thing that they can do, almost to a fault, to the lack of.
Could I just say that as someone that hyperfixates, I feel so validated.
To lack of sleep, to constant worrying and obsession. So I think that helps because everyone really, really wants to do the best job that they can.
We're not obsessive. Yeah. But I agree. There's a lot of passion.
Sam's point, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're all very compulsive about everything that we do.
In every department,
Yeah.
everywhere.
Delaney, it's lovely to see you here in particular.
Thank you.
What's it like getting to spend time with these guys today for Comic-Con? And are you still just petitioning to find a way back into season 3?
Spending time with these guys is it's really horrendous. I want to go home. No, I'm kidding. I'm having so much fun, and it's really nice to see them again because I haven't seen them in a very long time. But yeah, I'm taking in Comic-Con. I'm seeing really cool costumes. I want to put one on. I will be slightly did, but I want to wear a different costume. Yeah, I'm trying to claw my way into season 3.
she doesn't need the claw.
I was going to say that. She doesn't need to claw anywhere. It's the other way around. She's so good. I can't wait. I can't wait for all the different variations that we're potentially going to get. Are we going to get just Ghost Claudia? I'm happy to get anything. Or are we also going to get like a dream Claudia? There's potential to have both, right? I'm still gonna go off on a tangent and say I still think that what's gonna happen is Telemasca is gonna have articles about Ghost Claudia. That's what I think. And I don't know who is gonna read about it at first. Is it gonna be Lestat? Is it gonna be Daniel Malloy that reveals this information? Is it going to be Louis? I don't know.
Assad, I was wondering, what was it like for you this season siring one Daniel Malloy? And are you looking forward to many exciting adventures with your buddy Eric?
What would happen if I said we actually did that? We didn't shoot it, but me and Eric decided to play the scene so that he could get into character in the next scene. No, we didn't actually do that, but I forgot what your question was.
Well, he's asking what it was like.
Julius Hotel Room number 446.
Go on, do
It's
tell.
it was hot and steamy, but with room to get hotter and steamier. Is all I can say.
I think that's very generous.
Yeah.
And Sam, I wanted to ask you actually. I ask this question of people sometimes, and I don't think they really like it, and they just get frustrated because there's not a good answer for it. But I'm going to ask you anyway. How
Actually, I'm slow to react. You know what I want to know? What do you think about what Daniel's transition was going to be like? Because it was so abrupt at the end of season 2, but I think that was a choice. So much of what the show does is reveal information to us over time. It's always like a puzzle. There's always mystery going on with a show. It's a great way to build tension and keep us as a viewer guessing. So just like this interviewer just asked Assad, what does he think the turning of Daniel was like? I want to know what you think too, because I don't know. I want it to be a mix of everything. I want it to be everything that Assad said, but I also want it to be like a mixture of chaos, you know. I want there to be some anger in it too for everything that's gone on these past 2 seasons, but we'll see.
do you go about building like such rippling chemistry with another human being, with Jacob? Like, it's just like, and I know the answer is like, I don't know, chemistry's chemistry, but like, how do you do it?
Well, you don't. I don't think. Yeah, you don't build anything. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to give you that same answer. But we're very good friends. We're really close. But I don't know if that chemistry happens before you become friends or after. But there's a lot of trust, and you know, we just have a lot of fun making the show. I think chemistry is also the whole. It's not just 2 actors or 2 people together. It's the whole group. It's everyone who makes a show. It's the space. It's the feeling that you come on set and that you feel like you can do things, try things, be experimental, push the boundaries a little bit, and that creates a sense of play and trust. And so, yeah, it's like, yeah, you might think it's just, you know, Louis and Lestat's chemistry, but it's actually the whole chemistry of every cast member and every creative, every director, every piece of beautiful dialogue that we have, all of the design, you know, everything down to every crew member. Really, everyone puts a lot of chemistry into it. So it's a pot. It's a big bubbly pot.
Bowling too. They do a lot of bowling too.
You know, something about capturing chemistry that I think is part of it is just also, although as a fan, I want to believe in the romance of like a friendship. I also just think that it's like the editing and the directing. There's so many scenes in Interview with the Vampire where they'll go from a wide shot to a close up, and so much of it is just capturing looks. So much of even capturing the character of Armand is just observing their character, whether the focus is on them or if we're supposed to focus on a different character, but the actor's still expressing themselves. The same thing I could say for both actors playing Louis and Lestat. So much of it is, I think, just the close up, the direction to just like really listen to each other and look at each other. And they can do all the acting that they want, but if the directing and editing isn't there to like capture it or like hone in on a moment, it's not going to work. And oh my God, it's so good.
Together.
We go bowling. Yeah, I should have said
ice
that.
cream.
I should have said we eat a lot of ice cream. Yeah, we eat a lot of ice cream, and we do sticker play. You know, we.
Care to elaborate on sticker play?
That's it. That's all you get.
Make it up.
A lot of bowling alleys in Prague.
They build them for us on set. Yeah. It's contractual.
Great. I also wanted to know, what are you most looking forward to for Lestat's arc in season 3? And like in particular, I'm wondering what what instruments do they have you working with right now? What are you boning up on?
Harp, cello,
Yeah.
French horn, piccolo, zither.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we're still going back and forth
yeah.
about that.
Obviously violin, the eye wink drum. Yeah.
It's the vampire Lestat. If there's an instrument, he's going to play it. How about that?
Roland, I wanted to ask you, looking before I look forward to season 3, I wanted to just take stock of how you guys decided to end season 2. I thought it was really well done how you balance the things from the novel with creating an even more vibrant future for the show. What kind of adaptation choices went into crafting an ending for season 2 of this arc of this television show?
Thank you. Very, very kind. Yeah, there was a lot. I probably have said this a number of times. We had the advantage of having all of the books, and not just this first book. So we've been sort of fishing throughout, and some basic things. I wanted to make sure some characters that might not have had a lot of stuff to do in forward books, that we established a character that we would want to. Mostly, I just wanted to make sure that Louis had enough gas in the tank so that we would be seeing him over and over and over again. So we also had the advantage of, in strange ways, having enough time to do a part 1 and a part 2 that not a lot of shows ever get. So we were thinking about, for a long time, the ending of season 2. So we had a little bit of advantage over your normal television show that goes, oh, okay, we got 2 seasons to get there. So we probably won't have that advantage ever again. So it was nice. So you're just making choices.
All right. Dashed my hopes, why don't you? I was hoping that, well, I guess it's easier for me to say it as a fan than what the creator has to deal with. I enjoyed the fact that Interview the Vampire, the first book, was broken up into 2 seasons so much. I still stand by, I think if it had been 1, it may have been not necessarily more dynamic, but we would have noticed the parallels, the constant parallels, the threading of narrative that the writers wanted to hone in on. But I feel so spoiled having 2 seasons for the first book. And I was hoping that actually with the adaptation of the second book, The Vampire Lestat, we would actually get, not just that we would get The Vampire Lestat over 2 seasons, but I wanted it to be more like we're getting a meshing of The Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned. And that's why it would kind of arc over 2 seasons. But yeah, that's not happening. Ugh, okay, I'll get over it.
To I don't know, really we want to move an audience, and so take as many big shots as we possibly can, and fail, potentially fail, all the time. Just risk and go for it, because there's so many TV shows and so much noise out there. And how can you get into the obsessive heart of our wildly unwell fans?
Looking forward to season 3 again a little bit for you, Roland. I know you're going.
That's the second time he's called us unwell, us fans. Yes, we are wildly unwell. And we've been like that for a long time, ever since I read Anne Rice's books back when I was maybe 13 years old. And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it as a badge of honor.
Going to be looking into casting some heavy-hitting roles here pretty soon for some very ancient people or beings. What factor do you look for in a performer when it comes to playing such ancient power, I guess?
I'm attracted to a lot of theater actors. I respect theater training a lot. There's a lot about facility of language. I think these actors right here do a really, really great job of taking some of our purple prose and making it feel like it is everyday language, which I think is singular for our show. So there's that. But I'm sure, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Gabrielle and Marius and Akasha, and they all have very, very particular things they need to do and be and present. And on our show, we make actors go through a lot to get those parts. And then it's a full embrace, and then there's a lot of collaboration going back and forth about that. We already have one that we battle tested. You barely saw him in season 2, but I'm sitting on 3 audition scenes with Joe Potter, who's playing Nikki. I know what that actor can do. So we put them through a gauntlet, and in the end, you're going to get the same lovely, exquisite casting that we've had.
Well, thanks so much.
Oh, Joe Potter, I can't wait. I trust this show and the showrunners. Whatever they're gonna do, I'm on the ride for it. Similar to how in season 1, there are just certain things that I would have to say some of the fans were being like, how do I say, nitpicky about. But the whole time I just felt like, just hold on. As a fan of the books, I feel like it's an adaptation. Whatever they're trying to do, they're going to reveal it to us over the time. And again, season 1 is really book 1 is 2 seasons, and I feel like they delivered on everything that some people had questions about. I felt like it was just us needing to be patient and wait to see how the story unfolds, and it's always paid off. So I'm so excited.
Everybody, that was, as promised, the polite folks behind Interview with the Vampire. More coming from Den of Geeks Studio.
That was one of the fun interviews that I've seen come around. I was hoping for some other interviews to pop up. I don't know if that's going to be the last one for a while, or if we have any more now that the show's going to be on Netflix. But we'll see. I like Sam's little wink to to Assad. And what other instruments we have to look forward to coming up. I have a complaint. It's not really my complaint, but I have my kid that's plays in the orchestra. They play viola, and so they're just really nitpicky when it comes to orchestra scenes, or anytime a viola or a string instrument is present, and she could tell that they're clearly not playing the instrument. And so those scenes are just so painful for them to watch. And so I was hoping that wouldn't be the case, but in season 2, when my brain just went blank, the actor Potter, when he's playing, I think he's playing the violin, right? His character plays violin. It's just clearly not him playing it, but I wouldn't notice. I would have no clue, but my daughter can tell. And so she just closed her eyes during those portions, which is pretty funny. So I wonder if that's something that's going to be fixed next season, or if that's just too big of an ask, because the way that production takes place and having to match up sound to the image and stuff so I get why that doesn't quite work out. But anyways, that was what's on my mind. Let me know what you look forward to for season 3. Are you going to be rewatching Interview the Vampire once it hits Netflix? Because I am. I've watched the show, the first season, maybe 4, maybe 5 times by now on AMC Plus. I'm gonna rewatch it when it's on Netflix. And I do want to watch season 2 again. I really need to start. I still haven't done my my overall season 2 wrap up, but that's actually because I really need to watch season 1 again, because there's certain parallels visually that I want to capture when I'm discussing the season 2 wrap up, and so I'm going to be bringing all those elements together. So it's taking me more time than I would have thought, but anyways, if you're a first time viewer, thank you for being here. If you like my content, please subscribe, like, and yeah, let me know what you think about this interview. I'm so excited. I hope we get more, but you know, I'll take what I can. All right, everyone, love you to pieces, and I'll see you in the chat.